All right, y'all, part 11. I hope this is the last part. So I done already made it official. I'm moving to Dallas. Sebastian down there with Kat. Everything cool, calm, and collect. I get to Dallas. I start working at Sonic. Yes, I'm dealing with Anthony, but that's besides the point. Jaylee's out there. She's going to school, so I can work as much as I want to. As time rolling around, I get the letter in the mail telling me when I need to be at the child support mediation in Longview. Time rolled around. It was time for me to get there. I jump on 20. I'm cruising down the street in my 6'4". I get to the Attorney General's office out on Eastman Road. I go in. I sign my name on the paper at the window, and I sit down and wait. I am a little worried because why my baby daddy not here? Like, if they sent me a letter, I know for a fact they sent you a letter. But hey, to each his own. About 15 minutes had passed and they call my name. I go through the door and the guy tells me go all the way down the hall and go to the left. There's a lady sitting at the desk waiting on me. I get down, she introduces herself, I introduce myself, and we basically get down to the nitty gritty. She asks me, where is Steven? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I know for a fact y'all sent him a letter. I got the letter. I told him that we was going to have this date coming up, so I'd assume he'd be here. Well, he wasn't there at the time, so she got started. She was asking me simple questions like, where do I work? How much money I make? If my child's on Medicaid? Do I have any other bills? Any other children I'm taking care of? Where he work? How much money I think he make because he's not there, so he can't answer it. So I really couldn't answer how much money he actually makes, but they got this little system where as long as you know your baby daddy's social security number and you go put him on child support, they're going to type that social in and whatever job comes up that he was last paid at, this is what we're going to base your income, like base his income and how much money he has to pay child support off of. Now, while she on the computer doing what she doing, y'all, very faintly, I hear, where that bitch at? Where that bitch at? I'm assuming he came in with a little bit of common sense, signed his name, and they told him that we're in the back already getting started, so he late. He got to get down there. But while I'm hearing him angry, y'all, I can tell that the same white guy that was walking me in or told me to go down to the office is the same guy that was walking in with him. So he's sitting here calling me bitches and this, that, and the third. The lady get up from behind her desk and she walk out and she look. She turned back at me and she's like, is he tall and bright skinned? I said, yes, ma'am. That's him. I'm shaking my head like, this nigga can't act right to save his fucking life. Like, shit, you gonna beat me up in the office? And Lord, I spoke too motherfucking soon. He charged down the hall, y'all. He see the lady. As he charged down the hall, bitches and all types of sporadic, crazy ass shit. He dodged in, right? The guy's like, oh, no, sir. No, sir. We not doing that. We not doing that at all. So the lady like, you gonna come in, you gonna sit down, let's go ahead and get this done. He look at me talking about, you bitch. You said you wasn't gonna put me on motherfucking child support. And I'm looking at him like, no, I didn't. I never told you that. I said you was only with me because you assumed I wasn't going to put you on child support. I told you was going on child support way before I even moved to Dallas. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm calm, but I know that he crazy. Like, I know that once Cuz got his hands on me, he was going to do me something bad. I swear to God. So, yeah, he come in, he sit down, y'all. The lady get to talking numbers. And it wasn't even no numbers as if, like, my sister right now, she got 3 baby daddies. 2 of her baby daddies collectively paying her $1,600 a month in child support. This nigga was only obligated to pay $203 a month. And y'all would have thought they told that nigga he was paying $2,300. He showed his motherfucking ass. Now, one thing I can say real quick is the guy that ended up walking with him down, telling him, like, we ain't doing all of that, that bitch and this, that, and the third gotta stop. He was still behind me. Like, I knew that he came and sat down on the other side of the table, but I didn't know that the guy was standing behind me. So when the lady started telling him how much he had to pay every month, Steven jump up and leap at me like, bitch, like he trying to get to me. And I don't know what it was. It may have just been God, but that white man got, no, sir. No, sir. Like, on my mama, when that dude put him in, I guess you could call it a chokehold or whatever, pulling him out, he talking about, you a bitch, the judge a bitch, fuck all you hoes up in here, fuck all. Like, he going crazy. And that pissed the little lady off behind the desk, like, oh, this what you want to do. So he dragging Steven on out, like, yeah, we gonna go on, get you up out of here. She was like, all right, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. So she going through X. Was it right? No, but you brought this shit up on yourself. She going through that motherfucking X. She ain't asking me nothing. She ain't saying shit. When she got to the back of the page, she signed that signature. She turned it around. She said, look, you got full custody. He don't have no visitation on nothing until further notice. But y'all know, I love a good receipt, so check this out. I'm not going to read that big long-ass paragraph, but at the bottom, no visitation until further order by the court. And y'all see my little, you know what I'm saying, my little whatchamacallit right there. And you see how she scratched out what was originally there. Steven Bell and Sherelle S. Hodge are ordered to review and follow the possessions and access schedule. Now, we going to scratch all of that out. No visitation, put your signature right here because you agree, right? Yes, ma'am, I do. And then on this page right here, Sherelle S. Hodge is designated as the conservator with what? The ability to determine the child's primary residence without regard to geographic location. So him telling me, oh, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna report you because you kidnapping my son. No, sir, you brought that up on yourself when you walked up in there and you start calling all them people all types of bitches and hoes from the pits of hell. You shouldn't have did that. Now, y'all, I ain't no asshole or nothing. So still to this day, he can see his son whenever he wants to. We ain't been back to court, even though he still hit me up talking about, can you go and modify it? Can you go and take me off? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. Because even though my son lives in the country, he's only 10 minutes away from where you are, and I have to drive 2.5 hours every time I want to go see him or pick him up or whatever the case is when he's not in school. You feel like it's okay for you to just reach out and ask me for money, ask me to do this, ask me to do that, but you got a whole child that you won't even go and see. And it's crazy because my son now calls you Steven. Interesting. But anyways, y'all, so that's pretty much how that went. I'm gonna just move on to the next part of my life and some other ass shit. What y'all want to hear? Crime stories or y'all want to hear more stories about my baby daddy? Pick and choose. It don't matter. Okay, Sam, I got a question.
Okay.
Did you see the story time I was doing about your dad?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Because you was like doing it in Jocelyn's phone.
You saw it on Jocelyn's phone?
Yeah.
Are you sad?
No.
You're not?
No.
You don't understand what's going on, huh?
Huh?
Do you think I'm funny?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't have any more stories to tell about him, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, you can go finish having fun. Say hey, Alex.
Hey, Alex.
Go, you do that every time.